Hi writers, I'm so glad you're joining me today. We are going to talk about how as independent writers we have a lot of choice and how we make some decisions about what we're writing. So in order to get going today, we need a notebook or paper and something to write with. So one of the things I like best about writing is when I have a lot of choice and can pick the topic that I'm writing about or the audience or the things that I want to try. So I'm going to teach you a little bit about how to gather those ideas so that when you're writing at home, you have a lot of choice about what you want to do and you can make those decisions for yourself. So writers gather their ideas in different ways to come up with projects, stories, articles, letters, all kinds of things. And one of the ways that I'm going to teach you about today is to think about your audience, okay? So if you think about an audience that you want to write for, that can help you spur like what type of writing would best fit that audience. So let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to get myself ready and I'm just going to write audience at the top. And I am going to think about all the people that I may want to write to. So I talk to my mom a lot on the phone. I also text her a lot, so she might be somebody I want to write to. You know, we have new neighbors in the neighborhood, and I think that I can think about something that I want to write to them. And then I can also think, I like to write just for myself, like my personal writing, that's kind of for my eyes only. So the audience just might be me. And then my daughter likes to write a lot too. So maybe I have something that I want to share with her. So I'm going to write my daughter. So let me do a little more thinking about this list. So my mom and I like to share recipes. And so maybe what I can do is type up some sort of recipe card or write some sort of recipe card and send it to her. So recipes, I'm just gonna make a little note here. Some fun recipes that I find maybe on the internet or in some of the cookbooks that I have that I know she and my dad would like to make. And then our new neighbors, so they have small kids, and when we first moved in, I had small children too, and so I know all these ideas like playgrounds and places that you can take classes and where to walk, parts like that, even activities around the neighborhood that I could share with them. So I don't know them really well, but I could probably email them with all of my ideas. And then when I think about writing for myself, I try to write every day. It's hard, you have to set aside time, and I usually do it right before I go to bed. So I was thinking my favorite genre is to write poetry. So maybe I'll just write some poetry that's just for me. I'm the audience. And then my daughter, so she just got this new herb garden that grows inside. It has a light on it, so it doesn't matter if it's winter or not. But since we have been living in our house in the backyard, we have an area for a garden. And so over the last couple of springs and falls, I have tried to grow a garden, and I've learned a lot pretty much about what not to do. So maybe what I'll do is write like a how-to book on how to grow a garden. So I'm going to add to my list, and what I want you to do right now is to start yours. So go ahead, just exactly what I did. You're going to list your audience, and then think about one thing that you would want to write to that audience. So let's take a little bit of time, maybe a minute, to get some ideas down. Okay, finish the one that you're working on. And then what we're gonna do, I'm gonna look through my list, and I want you to look through yours and just think, what's the first one that I want to try? So I think I really want to try writing to our neighbors because I have a lot of information about what to do with little kids. So I'm gonna circle or star that one. And then I'm just gonna start drafting. I'm gonna flash draft. I'm gonna write as fast as I can, as much information as I can. I'm gonna get that down, okay? And I want you to do the same. So look over your list, and you can either choose one now, you can continue to create a list if none of them so far are saying, that's the one I really wanna do. So you can either continue creating the list, or you can pick one and just start drafting. Anytime that you are sitting down to write, you can head back to your notebook and think, oh, what are some of these entries that I've written down that I want to try today? Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you set aside a little bit of time each day to do some writing, and I'll see you back here.